you got to be able to process the information in one of those two ways, or you don't have emotion with it. You don't have feeling with it. In other words, that all comes from feeling for me when I'm constructing it. I had, you know what? There was a move. I don't even know what I did in that. It's amazing to have. It's an amazing feeling to have the knowledge to know what something is, so that you can repeat it. And that's, where this teaching method comes in, that either way people know it, at the end of the day, you can't have an emotional response until you process something. So what's really interesting about this stuff is that it's all about feeling. It's just that I understand the feeling. So I end up doing it, and it's easy to teach it, to know it. But what happens is if you cannot process it in either of these ways, either the recognition of shape and form or the recognition of the actual pattern that was played, because you've done it 8 million times and you're used to it. But an emotional response is predicated on processing. And so you don't process it. What happens is, I think a lot of times someone will say, oh, I don't feel that. It's not emotional, blah, blah, blah. It's that's like a person that's responding to the uncomfortable feeling of not knowing what's going on, is what it is. And it's too much. They don't want to figure it out. They just want to, listen to music. You got to earn it. So now you got a lot of people in music. They're like, pop music. Nobody wants to sit there and figure things out. It's just, you just want to feel the half and the beat, the front, the on the beat and the back beat. You don't want to sit there and go in between it. You skip. But it's apparently, you have to wire yourself to process it, or the feeling something you don't like. I don't feel that. I don't like that. This is a really, really interesting concept. And the reason I'm saying this, especially with the release of the Alien, is much of it can get misinterpreted for what it is not, like assuming it's something that it is not. You know what I mean? It's all feeling. It's just I happen to know what it is, and I'm feeling all those things, and I know what it is so that I can repeat it, teach it, talk about it, and then memorize it, because I had to memorize the song from front to back to put the video together. And the ability to do that is learnable. It's learnable. Anyway, anyone that signed up for the private lessons coming up, well, I got some tonight and tomorrow. I'll put some more out there. I'm trying to fit it in between learning a whole lot of other songs and doing a lot of other work outside of that. So I'll do what I can with those lessons. But the bottom line is hope. It's about hope, meaning there are a couple of ways to skin a cat here. There is that approach where someone says, I don't know what that is. It's just this. I can do it. It's valid, but there's a reason why it works. It doesn't just work. It works because we're made a certain way, and we figure out how it is that we're made, where we process the senses of sight, hearing, and touch. These things, you can figure them out like that, as long as you order your senses properly, which is that rhythm knowledge system that I put out there. So, and it's not all in there, By the way, I'm working on additions to it. But bottom line is that a couple of ways to process this so that you can get that emotion from what it is. There's nothing more joyful than being able to experience any kind of music where you don't have that opposite response of like, oh, I don't know what it is, therefore I don't like it, or that's not musical. There's no feeling in that. It's, oh boy, that kind of person doesn't understand how much hope there is to just learning it right, and then all these forms of music in the world open up. Incredible time changes and complex things and incredibly simple things, or simple things that might not be so simple. And I wanted to share that, especially after putting that video up, because it seems so, I don't know. What's the right word I'm looking for? Oh gosh, I mean, it looks like a math project. But it's funny, I have to laugh, because for me it's all music, it's all feeling, and it's like, oh my God. And for people that know it and get into it, they get it. I mean, they get it. But everybody can get it. It's just not everybody wants to do the work, so I work hard at making the work easy, so it's understood in terms of the human person and our senses and how they work. Then this stuff comes a lot easier. So anyway, Good morning. You can tell I had a bucket of coffee and that's it, right? All right. See you for lessons or for more posts. Whoever cares. Bye.